spread the load, trying to compensate for the injured Rodney Stuckey.
Kevin, yeah, he got injured a few games ago, and it's been tough without him.
And we've seen what a different team they are without him on the floor. I mean, it has not been nearly as cohesive a unit as when he's there.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. John Lure's out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carroll in at the small forward position. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Wilson into the lane. Carroll with the rebound. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. But once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Dwayne Casey. And of course, he said a big key for them will be trying to minimize Monte Ellis's impact offensively. He added, he's one of the best in the league at blowing by his defender and finishing at the rim. We've got to force him left, and then at the other end, make sure we go at him defensively and see that he expends some energy there as well. Kevin, defense not Ellis' strong suit seems like a smart plan.
Thank you, Doris.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Indiana off to a slow start. Searching for their first points of the game. Lowry against Wilson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Stolen by Ellis. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. DeRozan's got 6 points.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Lowry against Wilson. Launches a 3. No luck. And Toronto will come the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for them. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Here's Valanciunas. Soft touch off the glass. Valanciunas has got his first points of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now here's Wilson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. That's good. Wilson's got 8.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Stolen by Wilson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's George. It's good, and he threw contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. and it's Hill in for Monte Ellis. A new group in now for the Raptors. Aaron Gordon, Jalen Brunson, 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 Jalen Brun Biombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for John Lewis. Powell, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. And George, here we go.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
There's the feed to Patterson. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Wilson. He's got 8 for 3. No luck.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Joseph dishes to Powell. Feeds to Joseph. Patterson a screen on Hill. Here's Joseph. The shot is off. Hill with some nice D. Now here's Wilson. Deep 2 from Hill. And it goes at the buzzer! And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring the...
A lot of people.
Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto. New group in now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for Turner. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Wilson in for Ellis. Then for the Raptors, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. DeRozan comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Lowry in for Powell. So for Toronto right now, they've got Corey Joseph. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Lowry in at the 1. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers put forth a nice effort. He had 12 points, and he made them pay over and over from the line. A lot of free throws for him. It was just a solid outing for him, and one that every coach likes to see.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
And Indiana making a change here. George is checked in. Raptors with the lead. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Wilson. The shot by Lowry, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Wilson with it. Lowry picks him up. Wilson against Lowry. Wilson into the lane. He nails it, and we're tied up. Wilson's got 10 points in the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Lowry against Hill. Now here's Lowry, guarded closely. Excellent D there from Hill.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Lowry against Wilson. Goes up off the pick. Look at that jam.
And, you know, that's example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
For Indiana, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Passes to Allen. Just his first attempt. The shot's good on the assist by George. Allen's got his first bucket of the night.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Lowry setting the pick for DeRozan. Joseph the pass to Lowry. Here's the screen. Outside DeRozan. Great touch on the 16-footer. DeRozan's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Excellent D there from George.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
So the clock run.
Thank you, Kep.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Freak really making a difference here.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
Wilson in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Allen. Then it's Ellis, and it's Hill in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Pacers' 5.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Lowry with the ball. Kicks it to DeRozan. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Valanciunas, and he misses the go-ahead basket. Indiana leading. Outside Wilson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 14.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Outside DeRozan. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. The drive by Lowry.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw drops for Lowry. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers. And the Raptors also making a change. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Wilson against Lowry. And again, it goes in for him. Good shot from Wilson. Wilson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pacers. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Wilson against Lowry. Pass to Carroll. And here's DeRozan. 10 points for him. Wilson with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's